small field work for or against y'all, and the speed and the tactics y'all like to use?
Yeah, I think for us, we prefer to stretch them out and use our pace, our ability to pass the ball. But New York City likes to keep possession as well. So games there tend to be a little bit more physical, just because there's so many more duels. It's just so close to each other, proximity-wise on the field. It truly is the smallest field in MLS, and chances come a lot quicker. The ball's in from the wing, get in front of the goal really quick. It's pretty soon after you pass the circle, you're within shooting distance. It just changes it a little bit, where you have to be a little bit more active, a little bit more aware. But there's still going to be space for us to play, and we expect to play our normal game.
After reviewing DC United, same question I asked Kendall: was it just bad luck, bad execution? Why was that the result?
No, we just didn't play well. It was, I think our first game where we came out of it saying we didn't deserve it. We weren't good enough on the day, and it's extremely disappointing. Our first home game in a while for that to be the case, but that's the reality of it when I look back on it, and we learn from it and move on.
It kind of seemed like this week, and then also last week against RSL, there were kind of moments around the 25th minute with the Beckerman yellow card and then the own goal, where the momentum kind of shifted back to the opponent. Is there anything that Atlanta can do in those moments to try to regain the initiative and really impose themselves back in the game and dominate the way that they have in the first 20 minutes kind of for the whole game?
Yeah, I think that's you're right. I think that's we put a lot of energy into early in the game and getting that goal, and especially missing a few chances before the goal. So we get the goal, and we're still on top of them. And I think that own goal is deflating. It was their first chance maybe, and it came out of nothing. And at that point, we just need to come together and be a little bit more stronger mentally. There's going to be times, particularly in away games. You mentioned the Salt Lake game, where the other team's going to get the better of play for a little bit, and we have to just weather those storms. We have to accept the fact that we have to dig in for a little bit, and then we have to be smart. Maybe draw a couple fouls, slow things down. If we can't hit them on the quick counter, we have to realize, okay, when can we keep the ball? When can we get back in their half of the field and get them back pinned? And our response after giving up the goal against DC just probably wasn't good enough.
Yeah, kind of talking about that response. I mean, the own goal was kind of the play that led to it was a poor clearance from Leandro. And it kind of put you in a bad spot. Do you think that kind of hurt defensive cohesion going forward, or that there was kind of an issue that led to that second goal where seems like there was miscommunication in the back line?
I don't think they were related. I think that definitely there were soft goals on our part. Maybe a little unfortunate with the own goal, but leading up to it just wasn't good enough from us all the way around. Winning the first ball, winning the second ball. So and the second one is a throw-in where the guy collects it and dribbles and scores, and it's just unacceptable for us. We've got to have a tackle, and if it's not on the sideline, then it has to be myself or Leandro, and it didn't happen. And I don't think that it was because of the first goal. I think that for whatever reason, none of us took the initiative and stepped out and made a play. Usually we do, and we paid the price on that occasion.
How's Roche's looking so far?
He's coming along. He's been working on his fitness for the first couple of weeks he was with us. Really getting back into it, but we had a friendly game last week, midweek, where I thought he looked pretty good, getting into it, looking sharp. So he's coming along. I think that as he continues to gain fitness, he could be an option for us, definitely.
Discuss defending NYCFC, especially with Morales and Harrison emerging last week with 2 goals. Discuss their front line and what the strategy will be to defend them when you go up there.
Yeah, they're a dangerous team. I think they're the best in MLS right now in possession. and they create a lot of chances. And Harrison is very good one-on-one. He likes to stay out wide and do his thing out there, composed in the box, especially for a young player. You could see on the goal against Columbus where he chips the goalkeeper. It's a very good finish. Villa, if he plays, is one of the best in the league, and if he doesn't, the other guy's strong in the air, good in the box, which comes into play in a small field in New York. But our pressure up top will be key. Not letting them get comfortable building the ball out of the back, not letting them have these 20 pass sequences where they're able to get side to side, stretch you out, take you one-on-one, and give Villa space, because his movement's some of the best in the league.
Two quick questions from the league.
First one is, New York City like to play the ball out from the back. Is this a tactic you'll look to disrupt?
I think usually that we are a team that likes to press high. We haven't gotten into the tactics of New York City yet, but we also like to have the ball, and so I think that it's going to be a good game tactically between two teams that like to keep possession and who can put their footprint on the game early on, as far as being able to build out of the back. So I think that there might be some opportunities. I mean, Columbus got a good goal, taking the ball while they were trying to build out of the back. So I'm sure that'll be something that we'll look at and then try to exploit. But I think New York will probably do the same thing against us. So it's both ways.
Second one is, holding on to leads has been an issue for Atlanta so far. Is that all part of the learning process for an expansion team?
Yeah, I think it's a learning process for any team that hasn't been together for a while, with new pieces. Also, we've got a tendency to go up early in games. We score early. We usually go up early, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But, of course, if you have got 85 minutes to give up a goal, rather than taking the lead in the 85th, then you're more likely to give up more leads. But it's definitely something that we need to get better at. We need to know that once we get a lead, that we're in control, that the other team needs to push it, to be maybe a little bit more patient, be a little bit safer in the back, and look to dominate games that way. But it's a good problem that we're scoring early. We want to continue that.
Last question here.